But first, let's talk about what's hot now.
This is a great number.
Yeah,
right
thank
here.
you, because Christmas is 3 days away. Getting in the
awesome.
spirit, right? But along with the excitement, I know a lot of people are feeling anxiety over finding those final perfect gifts. That's what I feel every year. I wait till the last minute. I can't find what I want, and inevitably I keep it for myself, and I got to go back out, do it all over again. How are you guys doing?
It's like you're in denial, right?
Yeah.
You're like, denial, it's coming, and then all of a sudden you realize it's a couple days away.
Pressure.
I'm not done.
Procrastinator for sure.
You are.
Yeah, I mean, every year I'm kind of known for giving the same things because I have this special popcorn that my sister makes that
It's
I'm
the
always
best.
at. Yeah.
Oh,
y'all
it's the
have it. Yeah,
best.
y'all have it.
Yes.
And,
We were so happy for that.
and so people look forward to it every year, but then there's those people in your life that, you know, you have to get more than popcorn, and that's when I'm a procrastinator.
You don't, because that
Wait, you got to tell the name of this popcorn, because this popcorn is insane.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, it's Dream Puffs, yeah. You can get it in Mississippi, yeah.
It's like, I don't know what crack is, but it is crack. That to me, it's unbelievable.
It's the new crack.
But do you
the crack
feel-
went out in the 80s.
Like when you feel though, I feel like when you give me something, I feel pressure to give back. Like don't you when you get a gift?
Somebody wasn't on your list and
Wasn't on
suddenly
my
you
list,
get a gift, yeah.
and they give me a gift, I have an enormous amount of pressure, and that's happened. So I'm like, oh, I got to run out and go get them a gift. It's like the perpetual gift and giving and
Do
giving.
you think they're expecting it?
I don't think they're expecting it, but it's more me. I feel this self-implied kind of pressure to go out.
I give gifts with no expectations. Like if I give out hundreds of gifts, I don't need anything. I have everything that makes me happy. So when I give it, I think people give gifts with no expectation. You know. So
But I do have backup gifts in my closet. I swear I do. I really do.
Like, oh my God, what's in the backup? Did we get backup?
Well, first I have a closet full of swag that you just kind of get, you know, that I'll never. Usually it's women's stuff. I get tons of women's swag. Yeah, I got a closet full. But you know, you'll see things like on clearance sale. You're like, well, that's a cool salt and pepper shaker. Maybe I'll give that in the future. So I have a closet full of backup
My
gifts.
friend buys lots and lots of gift cards and just has them in a drawer.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't have. This was my first year really doing the gift thing, and I had a lot of anxiety. I have like little trinkets I get also, but they're like maybe maxi pads. I mean, I don't have the same thing that you have. You know, you get like a maxi pad, get a drawer full of like mismatched.
That's not a rage, though.
No, yes, you know what? I felt
You
a lot
called
of
me in a panic.
I called you. I was stressed out because I was buying gifts and I was nervous because I'm one of these type of people that I like to be involved with everyone. So it doesn't matter. I touch everything and I want to talk to everyone. But when you're like that, you got to buy people gifts because they know.
Pictures.
I was like, oh my God, I have to, this girl, I winked at her one time. I touched him on the shoulder. Like, I feel like if I touch you, I got to buy you a gift. So I was buying all this stuff. And I understand that when people get obsessed with buying, and that's a real addiction.
Adrenaline that you get.
Because I had it so bad. I had such a letdown. I was I was asking people in the store, do you need anything? I'll get you something.
I know, you hung up on me so quickly. You were very quick. You're like,
All right, speaking of shopping, when you're at the grocery store, do you ever feel judged by the cashier because of what you bought? You know, there's a mother on scarymommy.com who recently wrote about the judgment she feels in the checkout line when she sees the junk food and ice cream that she's buying for her kids getting scanned. She has this whole discussion in her own head, argument with the cashier, where she says, I know what you're thinking about me, but I only buy this once a month or whatever. But do you ever feel that?
Yes.
Yes, because you must buy a lot of...
Well, no, I have kids, and so I put all the healthy stuff on top and all the processed down below, because I feel like when they check me out, they're like, oh, she eats chicken nuggets, ice cream, toffee. I mean, there's so much stuff that I put everything fresh on top, so I feel like I'm a good mom. It's so sad.
Why is it still so embarrassing to buy toilet paper? I always put it at the I put it at the bottom next to the paper towels, so they're like, oh, that might be paper towels. No, you're not fooling anyone. It's toilet paper, but it's still just awkward when they check it, beep beep, and they're like, yeah, that's my toilet paper.
I feel like I get judged the opposite way because, you know, I'm on this health kick and I have all these like fruits and vegetables, and I think they look at me sometimes and go, that big girl ain't in there eating all that organic stuff.
All that kale, radish, those kumquats. Those are all you, yeah.
What you call me?
Kumquat.
All right. All right, I want to move on. Reality star Khloé Kardashian has this new show coming out. I think this is a pretty smart idea. It's called Revenge Body with Khloé Kardashian. And the 30-year-old will be working with a group of experts to help people facing various challenges, like maybe they were dumped by somebody or they lost a job. And she offers them these total body and mind makeovers, actually. What do you guys think? I think that's kind of a cool idea.
I love this idea. I mean, they've always said it, like, looking good is the best revenge. And I love this idea because she's not only helping them get over emotionally, but she's physically putting them in a better place. And anybody that, like, works out regularly knows that, like, once you release those endorphins, you're just moving into a healthier, better state.
And she's done this, right?
Yeah.
She transformed her own body.
We watched her go through this.
Yeah.
She
got
and
healthy.
she looks amazing. I mean, she looks amazing both ways. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate the fact that somebody wants to do that and they want to make themselves better. What I would caution is, because I've been one of those revenge people, like, I'm gonna look good and he gonna rue the day.
I love that.
He lost this, and then it's like you're so focused on that person and you're just doing it out of revenge instead of understanding when you get to that body or that goal and you still don't get that person back, will you be happy? Because your goal was that person.
Better. I think what you do is you open yourself up to have better habits. Like, if you listen to stuff she says, she might have done it, I think, after the breakup, but now she's totally into, like, healthy eating and working out. So maybe it opens it up to accept better habits into your life and make you, in turn, a better person.
You got to do it for you.
What she's saying is you got to be happy with yourself first in order to do it for everyone else.
But I do think it's a smart idea for a show. Okay.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Why didn't we come up with
I
that?
know.
I'm mad I didn't think of that.
I know.
All right.
time.
When you go through a breakup, who should get the pets? Actress Mandy Moore and singer Ryan Adams' divorce is being held up because they can't agree what to do with their 8 pets. They have 6 cats and 2 dogs. Mandy Moore is asking the court to award spousal support because it's overwhelming to take care of all 8 of them at a time. It's very hard for her to do that. Would you?
Like a zoo.
8?
That's a lot.
Yeah, well, but 6 are cats.
That's
cats
a lot.
Yeah, well, I know it's a lot. Well, she wants
No,
spousal
cats
support.
aren't a lot at all. I have 2 cats. All they do is ignore me and come around when they're hungry. That's it. They are no work at all.
Yeah.
But would you share custody?
I don't
Oh,
know.
my cat, I wouldn't share custody of my cats. They my cats, and you can get gone.
But what if, what if you got them with a boyfriend or with a husband?
Even if I don't know, I didn't do that. I mean, I was a single mother on my own with my cats, so I don't have that kind of
Mine was never an issue. I've gotten pets with exes before, and
you have them?
I still have them. It was never an issue at all. It
Why
was
didn't
always
they
going to
want
be.
them?
I don't know, because they really love them, but they never asked to, keep them. But I do share custody of one of my dogs, Lily, with a friend of mine who rescued her, and I love co-parenting a pet. I mean, it's really great.
So Lily goes from one home to the other?
Yeah, and like now that I'm in New York, she's staying with her mom, but when I'm in Los Angeles, Lily stays with us.
Maybe there's something to be said about if you break up, if someone doesn't want to, maybe that's a cleaner break. Because I think if you have this custody, it muddies the water a little. Muddles the
I have
water.
a friend where she broke up with somebody and he is using the pet, to just taunt her, sort of like one day he'll say you can see it, and then I know.
It's vicious.
And the next day,
Pets are
no, now you can't.
Because pets are like people. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't use it.
Well, they're part of your family.
Absolutely.
Your friend, don't you think it's maybe she? I know it's hard for her, but it might be cleaner because he is obviously not a right person and he controls the dog. Just to let go.
Yeah,
and let it go and move on. It's hard,
but she loves him. Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
that's his way of dangling and trying to keep her in his life.
Maybe. I know that's possible.
Maybe she should just kidnap the dog. I'll help you, whoever it is.
Well, speaking of animals, I've heard of the fashion trend dying, but a Boston-based clothing company is taking it to an entirely new level. Petit More Furs is turning Roadkill into high-end fashion fur wear. Okay, listen, though, to this owner, Pamela Paquin. She creates neck muffs, leg warmers, hats, purses, and more from Roadkill, or she prefers to call it accidental fur. And her point is that the stigma against fur is dying out. The $35 billion worth of furs sold worldwide, it is coming back big time.
I know, it's terrible.
And she's saying, well, look, these animals have been killed by a vehicle. No, this is really called sustainability. Like, let's use every bit of the animal we can so we get rid of the fur farms and traps and all of that.
This is such a great
smart
idea.
I think it's actually very interesting.
Agree with
Yeah.
I don't know if you look, but here's the thing. I think the idea of it is kind of like, oh, I don't know, but there's some really beautiful fur out there that can be rescued, I guess, from these road killings. And if you look at fashion, there's such a prevalence of fur right now. It scares me because I don't like it. But at least if you knew that the animal died naturally, it's recycled.
Even on that though, because next thing you know, it'll be people out there running over cats and everything on the street trying to get a bird. You gotta be careful with that.
What does PETA say about it?
PETA doesn't want anybody to wear fur, but if they have to, they think this is an interesting approach.
So they're supporting it.
Yeah.
But if we got,
I mean, if you could piece it together, have you seen Roadkill? It's like 2 pieces left. How you gonna get something out of that?
I don't know. I think if we got rid of farmed fur and and just did the roadkill.
Well, this is an interesting approach anyway.